I'm Ross Wicker,
And I'm Shippy McChristen.
and these are today's top stories. Friday was a busy day in world perspectives, with several key multinational agreements signed, while what would have been the greatest world military alliance in history fell through. The proposed global alliance was not meant to be. Chaos erupted in Manila during the summit where delegates from over 30 possible member nations met to iron out and sign the final details of the treaty, which would have created a military alliance covering 6 continents. Reporters were perplexed by the loud talking in dozens of different languages and the lack of organization. After 2 days of disarray, most of the delegates returned home disappointed, embarrassed, and with a lot of explaining to do to their respective leaders. Iranian leader Ayatollah Henninger was quoted as saying, "Maybe in the future we should stick to smaller, more manageable treaty organizations, and also maybe write stuff down." The rest of the world can breathe easier with the collapse of the global alliance. A decree from Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Daly had announced that the Kremlin would use nuclear weaponry against the GA if necessary. India's Prime Minister Narendra Haven also withdrew the 400,000 extra troops the country had mobilized in the event a war began.
Bears, tortoises, and tigers, oh my! The Eurasian Union Plus strengthened their confederation by signing a free trade agreement that will eliminate all tariffs between member countries. That the Union includes several oil-producing countries as well as India, a major crude oil refiner, is of concern to oil-importing countries who could be pressured to do the Union's bidding in order to avoid an embargo. Saudi leader King Logan tried to calm rivals by saying, "When it comes to supplying the world with oil, it will be business as usual." To celebrate the treaty, Ecuadorian President Rafael Vest gave each of the leaders at the signing a giant Galapagos turtle, much to the consternation of wildlife preservationists. Later that afternoon, Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Skelton was spotted outside Quito's JW Marriott Hotel trying to coax her tortoise back into her limousine. When asked for her thoughts on today's treaty, Skelton declared, "Who cares about that? I have a giant ninja turtle."
Somebody please help me.
And finally, Friday was doubly bad for Libya's Abdullah Van Winkle and Tunisia's Betty Charles of Sebsi. After Van Winkle's proposed global alliance fell through, the two leaders flew directly to Quito for the Eurasian Plus summit for a last-second plea to EU Plus leaders for permission to join. To the world's surprise, Libya and Tunisia were given the option to join despite Van Winkle's recent appearance on the cover of Axis of Evil magazine. In the end, the long flight was for naught. When it was time to sign the treaty, both Van Winkle and Essebsi had their Beats headphones on, watching soccer highlights, and therefore missed the ratification. For RA News, I'm Ross Wicker.
And I'm Shippy McChristen. Make good choices, and good night.